Well, brands have been through a very interesting few years. They need to move as quickly as consumer markets change. And one of the things we can see over the last few years is the recession has had an incredible effect on how quickly consumer markets have changed. In fact, if you like, consumers have been trained in consumerism over the last decade, so demand levels are really high. What consumers are desiring is really high, but the money they've got in their pockets isn't actually what it used to be. So businesses have got a fundamental challenge about how they deal with this sense of demand and at the same point this sense of value. Digital has given birth to the age of information, so transparency is incredibly important for brands to understand. How the brand demonstrates itself to be a good citizen within the markets of tomorrow. So there's an awful lot of things taking place within branding at the moment that make it difficult for brands to navigate their future landscape. But we do know that every market is rich with opportunities because every market is changing.
Gathering information from salespeople and putting it together with other quantitative information coming from market research can mean that you can really improve the value of sales forecasting to the organisation and help the organisation to be more effective, because all errors in sales forecasting have a very unfortunate knock-on effect for production or operations. Sales cycles, sales funnels, matching customers' buying cycles, bringing that back into improved forecasting, and every little stage improvement will be worth a great deal to the organisation.
The big story in brands and sustainability the last few years has been fair trade and Rainforest Alliance being adopted by very mainstream brands, Cadbury's. Also interesting because it's taken these eco-labels to a new audience. You see the demographic of buyers coming out of the sort of the premium, sort of Tesco Finest Club things into the whole range, because people are going to continue buying PG tips, whether it's eco-labelled or not. But it's become a sign that you're sort of taking it seriously, you're doing your bit. Now, all of that could be blown to bits. Where we seem to be going is from paradigm of assurance, where don't worry, we've inspected, leave it to us, to actually transparency and things like the Walmart index, where there will, in the same way as there is explicitly on health, you know, you can see your recommended daily allowance of salt, sugar and fat, you'll be able to see the same thing with detailed measures of sustainability. And I think that's going to be the next wave of eco-labelling. However that plays out, though, my original point is that all eco-labels are brands, and all brands to some extent are eco-labels because they are a ring of confidence.
I think where social marketing and commercial marketing converge, if you like, is an area called relationship marketing. Both disciplines, if you like, need to build very strong relationships with a number of different stakeholders. In the commercial context, you're going to be building that with your shareholders, your customers, your suppliers, for example. And in the social marketing context, you're going to need to build those, obviously, with your target audience, as would be in the commercial world. But you're also going to need to build relationships with a number of different intermediaries as well. And those relationships, I think, in social marketing are absolutely critical.
Well, it is interesting that public relations, despite the fact that it's responsible for managing reputations, doesn't seem to have done a great job of managing its own reputation. I think public relations has been so busy protecting the reputation, enhancing the reputation of clients, that quite often it's not thought about managing the reputation of the industry or the profession. So what we have to do, and what in the Chartered Institute of Public Relations, for example, we're trying to do now, is to do a bit of our own PR. It's something we haven't done for a long time, and actually point out what real public relations is about and what professional public relations is about.